Okay, we're gonna make this little guy today. So, hey, it's Lisa, Quilting in the Valley. So this little guy is this cute little storage guy that you can take with you and put your scissors or your, those fell over, your scissors or your, I don't know.
Best press?
Best press. I don't know if you can get best, I suppose you could. You can get your pens, whatever you want to put in there, you're gonna be able to go in there. Just fold it down while you're at your event or whatever you're doing, and then when you're done, you don't take your stuff out, hello. When you're done, fold it up and off you go. So this is my first attempt at this, and I made a little bit of adjustment to the pattern because this was a little too wide after I added the zipper to it. So anyway, these are your dimensions right here. So you're gonna want, this is your bottom piece. You're gonna put this on the fold. It's gonna be 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches this way. And then you're gonna add 1.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and it's gonna be 1.5 inches in. Okay, so that's for the bottom part. And don't forget, this is on the fold. And then you're gonna make this, and I initially made this 7.5 inches. You can see how it's kind of just a little too wide up here. So I narrowed that down to 7 inches to accommodate for the space you're adding when you put your zipper in, okay? So 7 inches wide, 6 inches tall, then fold it in half and make just a curve up there. So that's your 2 pattern pieces. You're gonna need one of these on lining, one of these on your outside fabric, and one of these on your, I'm using Soft and Stable again. You're going to need 2 of these for your lining fabric, 2 of these for your outside fabric, and 2 of these for your Soft and Stable. All right? So the very first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put right sides together, your outside fabric and your lining fabric for that rounded top piece. And you're gonna stitch those around.
What's your seam allowance?
1/4 inch. Lay flat, you little booger. Okay, you're gonna do that for both of those pieces. Okay, then when you have both of those done, you're gonna turn those right sides out. And where did I put my needles? I'm gonna use my Alex Anderson 4-in-1 tool to just make sure I get all of that pushed out. So you're gonna have 2 pieces like that. I have monkeys on mine. This particular one. And then I have taken that Soft and Stable that I had to go in there, and I have actually cut it down 1/4 inch all the way around so it's not stuck in that seam, because I'm actually going to put my zipper on this. So I'm just gonna slide this in there, and we'll sew it in place when we put the zipper on, but at least I don't have 2 thicknesses of it in the seam allowance. So I just cut it down 1/4 inch. If, I guess if you weren't putting a zipper on, you wouldn't have to do that. You could go ahead and include it in your seam. But anyway, get it shoved in there. Make sure you're all the way to the end so you don't have stuff hanging. And it looks like I was maybe just a smidge off on my, no, I got it in there. Okay. Anyway, you're gonna do that to both pieces. And then I'm gonna get my zipper. And I have I think it's a 20-inch zipper that I'm using here. Okay. All right, and what did I do with my zipper? Oh, it's clear over there. I'm going to grab my zipper. All right. This is a 20-inch zipper. So I'm going to take my zipper and I'm going to line it up like so. And I'm actually just using my 1/4-inch foot on this. Actually, I'll pull that down a little bit. And I'm sewing the zipper to the wrong side with the teeth facing up. And you can see that I've sewed my soft and stable in by doing this. Oh, I should have changed my thread to green, I guess. Oh well. Okay, and when I get that side on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pin in place my other side so that I get them lined up properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin this on both sides so that I don't end up lopsided for my zipper. And then I'm going to unzip it. Okay, so now I have this lined up right where I want it to start, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on this other side. And you can pin this on here if you need to. You don't have to go cowboy like I am. Okay. And I can take that last pin out because now that I'm most of the way around, I know it's going to be fine. Okay, and we're going to zip that back. So that's going to be our top right there. Okay, then you've got your soft and stable that you cut on the fold so that you have the double-sided piece. Your top fabric or outside fabric, right sides up. Your lining fabric, right sides down, facing. And I'm going to 1/4-inch stitch the two long sides of this. Maybe one more. Okay, so I'm not doing the tops. I'm just doing the long sides. And the other side. I got that done. I did a little back stitch there because I'm going to turn from here. So now I'm just going to reach right in here and I'm going to pull this inside out. Assuming I get my hand in there. There. Oh, I should have cut my, oops. Before you do that, cut your corners. So that you have a nice turn. Where's my other one? Here. I should have done it on both sides before I turned it and I forgot. But that's okay, because I remembered before I finished. If you don't do that, you won't have a nice looking corner.
You'll kind of look puckered a little bit.
Yeah. And then I gotta get this side right here. So this would have been significantly easier had I done that before I turned it.
So bad.
Yes. Okay, I'll get my little point turner out here again, and I will get my points out. Get my points out on that side, and then I'm going to come over here and get my points out on this side as well. And then I'm going to go press this. So I have basically this right now. I will be right back. All right, so now I got my stuff lined up here. I'm gonna fold it in half and I'm gonna sew these two sides together, and I'm doing my 1/4 inch seam still. You don't need to do more than that. You could if you wanted to. Okay, and this side. And now we're going to box the bottom like we have all the other ones we've done. So I'm going to pull this out with that in the center. And so that. Who's calling us? And we'll do the other side. Okay, so now I've got this piece and this piece. We're going to put them together. And I did this wrong, I think, 3 times before I was like, for crying out loud. Okay, so we need, we're gonna cut our zipper off even with our bottoms. And you're gonna make sure you unzip before you cut that off. Okay, then I'm gonna put right sides together. So I have my right side fabric facing, my right side fabric is on the inside. So I'm just gonna slide that inside there. And I'm gonna use my clips. I'm gonna come in here and match my zipper to my side seams. This should fit a little better this time because, like I said, I peeled off a 1/2 inch to make up for my zippers. make sure you have your lining and both of your fabric layers on both sides. And then go do the same thing on the other side. Like so. And then you're going to smooth the rest of that out, going all the way around, and just kind of clip it in place. And oh yeah, that's much better than the first time I did it. So I did have to kind of ease in quite a bit the first time, so that 1/2 inch off of there made the difference. Yep, much, much, much better. Okay. Then I have prepared in advance a 2.5 inch strip of fabric that I'm gonna line up right here. And I'm actually gonna take off my table, and I'm gonna use my free arm for this. So I'm just gonna scoop that kind of right over my free arm. Okay, and I'm using a 1/4 inch seam. And this is actually going to cover up our one remaining open seam. So all the seams will be enclosed now. And I don't have enough fabric, do I? Okay, I swear to you I measured that. Well, maybe. I'll go like that. Look at there. I did measure it. Okay. And then I'm going to flip this over, cover up that seam like so, and I'm going to squish it back on there. I'm going to stitch in the ditch, and I'll just pull that up and fold it under as I go. So I'm covering that open seam with this little piece of binding. And that way you won't have any frayed ends or anything stuck on the inside of your little bag when you get done. We're back around to where we started. Cut my thread. And I would go through and trim all of my loose threads, but we'll just turn it. So we're wrong side out. I can open it because I left enough on my zipper to do that. Turn it right side out. And there's my little monkey bag. and I can fill it full of school supplies. I can put, I don't know, makeup in it. I can put makeup brushes and whatever. And when I go somewhere I want to use it, I'll just fold that little flap down, and there's my little stand. Easy peasy. Now I'm going to trim my threads. You can make one too. See you next time.